Good evening, everyone. We'll begin the post-match press conference following AEVOP Dragons' 2-0 victory over London Internationale, confirming their progression to the playoffs in second place from Group B. Coach Lawrence is here with us. Please state your name and organization. We'll take questions in English, Hindi, Japanese and Portuguese. Let's begin.
James Carter, BBC Sport, England. Matt, congratulations. A composed 2-0 win under pressure. How satisfied are you with the performance, especially knowing qualification was on the line?
Yeah, well, the results was the biggest win success that we were looking for from this game. We definitely executed enough stuff right that got us the victory. Was it a performance that we are very proud of? Kind of. Is it one that worse stuff we could have done better? Definitely. But we definitely had some key moments that helped us get the win, and every time we fell back we had an answer, and we stayed in it. We kept belief, and credit to those who helped us get the win, which is all of us involved.
愛子田中 NHK ジャパン。チームは序盤で非常に忍耐強くプレーしていましたが、それはロンドン。
Your team showed patience early on. Was that part of the plan against London Internationale's aggressive style?
Well, at the start, we were looking to scout what the opposition were going to throw up against us, and at that point, the unknown was the biggest danger to us at that point. And Hooper Unbound, in theory, has a great matchup into, but we wanted to just make sure that it wasn't going to have U-turn or any other physical bug moves that would have definitely taken Hooper out. But we definitely set ourselves in a relatively good position to then help us later on in the game. Unfortunately, we did go down a Pokemon, but I felt that we responded very, very well and didn't let the game slip from us whenever we did fall back.
रवि शर्मा, स्टार स्पोर्ट्स इंडिया। मैट हुपान बाउंड का म्यू के खिलाफ नॉकआउट एक बड़ा मोड़ था। हुपान बाउंड्स knockout against Mew was a key turning point. How did you see that matchup?
Well, as I said, Ed, it's a positive matchup for Hooper Unbound. Once we knew that Mew wasn't going to threaten it with any fairy or bug moves, then it just made it easier to let Hooper take the matchup to Mew and knock it out in one, which was a great outcome. And whilst Hooper didn't live to see the rest of the battle, it still was able to inflict a lot of damage on Manaphy and be a general special defensive Pokemon, tanking in those special hits. Yeah, it's contributed very well today, and I'm proud of it.
Carlos Mendes, a bola, Portugal. O Clodsire foi decisivo com vários knockouts.
Clodsire was decisive with multiple knockouts. Did you expect that level of impact?
From a defensive point, definitely no surprise that Clodsire was able to do what it did, helping to keep Sylveon at bay, and to poison Pokemon, that was a bonus. The fact it did get 2 kills and end up being our most important asset come that final stages of the game. I didn't necessarily expect it'd have to come down to it, but I had no problem believing in Clodsire and believing in my judgments to help us get the result we're looking for.
Sarah Williams from Sky Sports. Matt, you managed the game knowing a heavy loss could eliminate you. Did that affect your tactical decisions?
Well, at the beginning it did, because we didn't want to just leave ourselves open so early, and of course the unknown was the secret weapon, and also we had to prepare this game with 11 potential Pokemon that could play. Like Zoroark could have featured. Haxorus would have been a big problem against our physical defensive frailties that I'd set the lineup with. But Juliana stuck to her main team, and we were able to find our way into the game. But certainly, once we had a bit more of a grip and a bit more understanding of what Juliana's Pokemon were going to inflict on us, then at that point we were it was easier, and we were more confident to take the game to London Internationale more.
ケンジサトテレビ朝日ジャパン。ザプドのボルトチェンジでの展開について教え
Can
て
you
くだ
talk
さい。
about Zapdos Volt Switch play and its impact?
Well, the Volt Switch is a move that was definitely dangerous to the Pokemon that were weak to it, and she even has Pokemon in her squad that are going to also suffer from the Volt Switch and the Thunder, which both of them were used. It was a good move to have whenever we were up against Mew or Sylveon, because they could tank Thunder and a Hurricane. So it's a good move to then get the next Pokemon ready and put ourselves in a better position to keep the game controlled into our favor.
Miguel Pereira, Record, Portugal. Esta vitória coloca vocês em
This
segundo
win
lugar.
puts you second in the
Você
group.
prefere esse caminho nos playoffs?
Are you comfortable with this playoff path?
Well, we'll find out who we're up against sometime soon. In theory, being the second place team playing against a third place team, that's meant to be an advantage for us, more favourable. But there are some strong third place players that we could come up against, and also some players who could potentially finish first or drop down to third. That will be a challenge. So, but this finishing second definitely does help more, or for us, with both confidence and having a bit more of a chance for a favourable matchup. But second was the highest we could finish going into this match day, and second is what we've got, and we'll all happily take that.
Ananya Gupta, The Hindu, India. Empoleon secured the knockout on Manaphy. Was that a planned counter?
Not really. When studying up for Manaphy, I had some other ways of trying to take it out. You saw that Thunderbolt did a lot of damage earlier, and I sent in Empoleon at that point because the game was not over quite yet, and I needed someone that could safely live Manaphy's next attacks, and I did think Inca Manaphy was going to Ice Beam, so I did send in Empoleon to tank that, and Surf I expected to do enough damage to take out the remaining 17% health, so wasn't a planned thing. I just recognized that blocking a nice beam and Empoleon having enough, more than enough special attack to take down the Manaphy was going to be a big thing that would help us.
Daniel Brooks from The Guardian. Matt, first time facing Juliana Hikari. What did you make of her team and approach?
Well, she had a lot of spirit in trying to get the result, and it was a good effort from her. The fact she had no pressure definitely did play into her hands, and she has also had more time to prepare for this game than I did. So respect to her efforts and respect to her. Most likely she was going to play her best game at the end. It was an approach that we'd worked on trying to counter and then switch the momentum in our favour. But despite the fact that we were able to counter it and overcome the stuff she threw at us, respect to her. And I was a bit surprised when I saw that. Well, sort of surprised to see her start the same Pokemon over on the course of the same 4 games. I wondered if she'd try out any of her other Pokemon that didn't feature, but nonetheless. And I wish her the best in the future.
雪中村フジテレビジャパンロンドンインターナショナルは敗
London
退となりましたが
Internationale are
彼らの
eliminated.
印象は
What's your impression of them?
Well, I just did give a bit of an assessment of how I thought of Juliana, and I did reference her team sort of in that last question, but yeah, London Internationale, they come with a lot of spirit. Mew's a very good Pokemon. Here it's been used for as a supporting Pokemon. My main impression for them would be they're very spirited. They have a decent squad, and best of luck to them in their future tournaments and qualifying cycles.
Pedro Silva, RTP, Portugal. Latios caiu por recoil,
Latios
mas teve
fainted
impacto.
due to recall, but had
Avaliação.
an impact. Your assessment?
Well, I'm happy that with Latios' contributions today, he's a bit disappointed again to not have been able to come away with any kills, but also fairly happy to play his part. He's a good team player with knocking off a lot of health on Mega Venusaur, and could have got a kill himself had Juliana decided to not switch out Mega Venusaur and let it go there. Well, I certainly had the right ideas in certain moments, and maybe it could have got a kill from there. It's unlucky with the Draco Meteor miss, and I was expecting a switch to Sylveon when it used Psyshock. But I can't really fault Latios' efforts today, and it had a big contribution that helped us then go on to get the win.
Mark Evans from ITV Sport. Matt, how important was it to avoid panic after losing Hooper Unbound early?
Well, it's about having something next in line that can then get us back into the game, and we did have those options. Zapdos is a great counter to Manaphy once the Hooper Unbound went down, and we stuck together as a group. Didn't really make many, if any, rash decisions. Maybe probably one or two big mistakes there. One I got away with, one I didn't. But every time we were knocked back, we had an answer, and that helped us keep ourselves in the game and find a way to get the win and get what we came here to do.
संजय पटेल, ESPN India. अब प्लेऑफ में जाने से पहले will be your priority heading into the playoffs?
Assessing where the squad is at, fitness, or have a bit of time off once we get back to Mumbai and then get going again. I'll certainly be having a look for any possible replacements. Transfer-wise, there's of all the Pokemon we've got, I'm happy with them. There's no obvious one that I would trade off. They've contributed well. Even Florges, who's barely had a look into our games, she's done very well in training, helping helping the Pokemon she's good against be stronger ahead of these games. So yeah, my priority will be to help the team reset, then get back into the zone and hoping to make sure that we've got the best chances possible ahead of the next game that we play.
広志山本、日経スポーツ、ジャパン。バクスカリバーの役割について教え
Can you
てくだ
talk
さい。
about Baxcalibur's role today?
Baxcalibur was meant to be an attacker. That was our biggest physical threat that we'd sent forward, and I'd given it heavy-duty boots in the event that we couldn't get rid of any hazards. Had a bit of a brain fart sending it in, and it was susceptible to a high jump kick. Somehow I thought it had a battery, but we recovered from that well. Unfortunately, Baxcalibur wasn't able to have much of an impact today, but it's certainly a Pokemon that's very capable of helping us throughout this tournament, and I don't expect this will be the end of it yet.
We'll take one more question from down this side. Thank you, everyone. That concludes the press conference.
Emily Clark of the Daily Mail. Mr. Lawrence, do you feel this team can go all the way?
As of now, our aims are going to be to stay in the tournament, and unless we go... As of now, our aims will be to stay in the tournament and see where that takes us, and if we go very deep, then we can look at potentially going all the way. But we definitely have Pokemon that are good enough to challenge for the trophy and have had the experience of doing so.